I am in Australia finally. Alright, let's take back now. What does Australia have in store for me?
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, nope, yeah, we're not doing that yet. Alright, I'm gonna go back to overseas to Connecticut. Dangerous Animals. This is directed by Byrne, and I'm not too familiar with his work, unfortunately. I know he has done other thriller and horror movies. I'm not sure how many of them, but I think one of them is a thing like The Devil's Candy, I believe one of them was, which I know about that. I never seen that film before, but I know about it. This is his new thriller horror film, Dangerous Animals. Dangerous Animals. It is about a shark-obsessed serial killer called Zephyr, a rebellious surfer captain on his boat. Racing against time, she must figure out a way to escape before she carries out a ritualistic feeding to the sharks below. Now I know you might be thinking to yourself, oh, it's another shark movie that we have to go through. That's where you're wrong. This, yes, it does have sharks as a way of a item. It is more of a serial killer thriller film. Being a serial killer movie is absolutely edge of your seat film of just, you want this girl, this woman to just do whatever she can to just escape. And there's moments in this film where when I was seeing this, I was honestly at the edge of my seat. I was like very much worried about what was gonna happen if she's gonna get out. And I was thinking to myself, is this movie going to be one of the movies where the bad person wins, where, you know, it's probably gonna have maybe like a sequel or something? Because it showed that there was so many scenarios of this woman could have died in. Those adrenaline shocking moments of, oh my god, what's gonna happen next? I want to give a shout out to Jay Courtney because he was an amazing fit for this serial killer. And here's the thing about Jay Courtney, he's not the best actor per se, right? Because he has been in other roles where honestly I know nothing about. Like, I know his face, but I know nothing about his work except that Suicide Squad role of Boomerang. But the way that he just embraced this serial killer of being, you know, very friendly and, you know, very happy and very comfortable and heartwarming to like other people was very good, because even then I felt like, okay, maybe he's a good, decent dude that just is very obsessed over sharks. But then just like that, he snapped, and then boom, there's a serial killer of him being not only also extra but creepy. The only thing I have to say about this film is that the kills in this could have been a lot more gorier, just because, you know, it's about sharks, and sharks, when they eat their food, right, they really, you know, break apart their food, you know, snap, you know, the fishes. The kills in this were very lackluster and very disappointing and very unsatisfying at times, because yes, you saw the kills, you saw the sharks eating, you know, these people, but at the same time it's like it didn't show much. It didn't show like the top of that person and what was going on underneath. You know, you didn't know. Other than that, of course, this also has a lot of endings. This movie ends about like 3 times. Or it feels like it ends 3 times, because the girl, the main protagonist, who also did an amazing job as well, by the way, she gets to safety, but then she gets drawn back in by that person, and then something else happens, you know, he gets hit, but then he wakes up and brings her back again. So it was just like a cat and mouse, but also repetitive. And then at one point I was like, oh, for God's sake, like, is she safe or not? Is that guy gonna come back all of a sudden, just out of the blue? Just get on with it. Like, I don't want this movie to be like 2 hours long, and sometimes it honestly felt like it was going to reach that point, but obviously this movie is about like an hour and it's like 45 minutes or even I'm not too sure. It was a very short movie, but because of that, it felt long, because the female protagonist just kept trying to do good and trying to escape successfully, but all of a sudden Jay Courtney was like 2 steps ahead of this female and kept pulling her back, and it's like, okay, I get it, like you don't have to repeat it like 4 or 5 times now. Alright, with that being said, let's do this. Dangerous Animals, do I recommend it? I do actually. Now, like I said, this movie is not a shark movie. This movie is a serial killer movie, and Jay Courtney does an amazing job embracing the serial killer instincts, and just an amazing job of being scary and also very creepy as well. So yes, I do recommend it to people that not only like, I guess, shark movies, but love that edge of your seat feeling that you get, that you want this person to live, and you also are thinking to yourself, this person's not going to live, he's going to die, this person's going to die, but then all of a sudden something happens, but you don't know that because you just feel the adrenaline pumping into your blood and veins, and you're just trying to figure out, oh my god, how's this person going to survive this? So yeah, I do recommend it. Score-wise, I would have to give this a 8.5 out of 10. I enjoyed myself and I enjoyed Jay Courtney's performance here. So what did you guys think of Dangerous Animal? What is your favorite shark film? What is your favorite serial killer film? Put your opinions in the comments down below. Guys, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and as always, I've been Pauly. This has been CinePauly Reviews. That is all, guys.